Good morning, Breakfast Clubbers. I'm here in Eccleshill today. I'm taking a look at this place just behind me. It's Sandwich and Beyond. I've heard they do a good full English breakfast. There's a little twist here. Apparently it's create your own breakfast. So we're going to be checking this out. Let's go. Hi, Paul. Yes, today I'm in the Eccleshill area of Bradford, taking a look at Sandwich and Beyond. It's a place I've had my eye on since recently opening its doors. Owned and operated by a young entrepreneur with some valuable assistance from his parents, 18-year-old Bradley will be our chef today. And there's something a little different on offer here that we've not yet come across on this channel as yet. Rather than offering a set full English menu, here you can actually get to create your own. From the list of breakfast items, you simply choose what you want and how many of them, with options for 6, 8 or 12 items. So it's 12 items for me today, and I've opted for sausage, egg, spam, mushrooms, hash brown, beans, tomatoes, black pudding, toast, 2 bacon and a mug of tea. Yes, your tea can count as one of the items, or you can add one on separately for £1.50. As my mug of hot tea has been thoroughly enjoyed, breakfast arrives and it's time to tuck in. Thank you very much. With a big handful of chopped mushrooms taking centre stage this time around, our toast triangles are neatly stacked on the opposite side from the rest of the items, separated by 2 large pots containing our beans and tomatoes, keeping those juices at bay under my full control. Full disclosure here, I believe the default is for the beans and tomatoes to come straight onto the plate, but I'm told my videos have been watched and my preference is noted, so the option for separation has been made available. It's a neat, clean, an eye-pleasing presentation overall. Score 7 out of 10. If I could offer one constructive thought here though, it would be to watch where those pots get placed, as we do have a prematurely ruptured egg yolk here, likely caused by that said pot. So seeing as the yolk's already made an early exit, let's start there. It's cooked well, over easy, no rubberiness or slimy whites, with a hot golden yolk that's absolutely perfect for dipping or spreading across that toast. The flavour is good, the cookie's controlled, it's a good egg. Score 7 out of 10. Now onto the humble yet mighty toast. 2 slices of lightly toasted thin white bread, buttered generously enough that it melts right into the surface but still keeps a gentle crisp. Ideal for dipping, scooping, wiping and mopping. It's my idea of spot on toast. Can't fault it at all. Score 10 out of 10. Time to check in on those mushrooms. It's a good portion of chopped button mushrooms, not overly watery, they're slightly on the dry side, which I personally prefer, with some nice charring on the edges. However, did need a touch of pepper to lift them in the flavour department. Score 7 out of 10. And from fungi to fruit that pretends it's a vegetable, it's the tomatoes. A decent portion of tin tomatoes served in a side pot, so the juice is contained rather than taking over the plate. An equal amount of flesh to juice, the flavour is balanced, not too sharp, not too sweet. Score 6 out of 10. Onto the beans then, and keeping things hot and sweet. It's a good hot portion of baked beans, served in that side bowl again, keeping the sauce contained. Sweet but not overly so, and excellent combined with the toast. Simple, correct, enjoyable. Score 9 out of 10. Next, let's get crispy with a hash brown. It's a decent size, slightly thinner than usual, a good crisp on the top, slightly soft underneath though. It's got some hot, fluffy potato inside, a good flavour overall. It's not the best quality, but still a respectable and tasty hash brown. Score 6 out of 10. Now onto the bacon. We've got 2 really thick, meaty rashers of bacon here, moist and a good salty taste. Both have nice colour from the grill on one side, however the other side was a little paler, but still cooked well. My personal preference would be more well done, with a crispier cook on those good fatty edges, but overall, some decent thick bacon that's full of flavour. Score 7 out of 10. Moving on to the black pudding then. It's a small piece that is a bit overdone for my liking. It's tough on the outside and dry on the inside. Still, it holds some nice flavour, and dipping into the tomato juices certainly helped this go down. I was advised there were some mitigating circumstances at play here, and without going into the full details, a little mishap in the kitchen meant their usual stock had to be replaced at short notice. On another day, I'd expect you'd find much better, and while it's unfortunate, I'm afraid I do have to keep it honest here and rate it as I see it at the time. Score 3 out of 10. Moving on, it's time to indulge in some spam. A thick slice of spam, well fried with some good crisp on the corners and edges, soft when cutting in and juicy when bitten into, full of salty meaty savouriness, proper comfort food and ridiculously satisfying. Score 8 out of 10. Now for the unexpected star, the sausage. And what we have here is a surprise. It's not often you find a thick local butcher's sauce sausage like this in your average greasy spoon calf. And while it may lose a point or two on the slightly overdone look and crispy ends, it's still a great banger. Cutting in reveals thick, juicy pork mince filling. Texture feels a little dry when biting in, but there's a very good pork flavour with some subtle herbiness. Score 8 out of 10. Now then, let's discuss value for money. So with 11 items on the plate and tea in the mug, we're looking at what elsewhere would be considered a small breakfast. So at £8, this sits exactly where you'd expect. Add more items and scale up, and the price continues to stay fair. The butcher's sausages are genuine value add, and the create your own system is a blessing for those fussy eaters among us. Score 9 out of 10. Let's run over the missing items now, and even though fried bread can be done on request, the young chef is honest with me here in stating he's currently not equipped to do it justice, so rather than offer up something that's not up to scratch, he'd rather refrain altogether. So out of respect for that honest approach, I won't be deducting that usual penalty point. Now it's time to tally up all those points. And after chucking all those scores into our number cruncher, Sandwich and Beyond comes out with a total of 87 points out of a maximum of 120. And converting that into a percentage, today's final Breakfast Club score is 72.5%, placing them comfortably inside our good rating bracket. And looking at the leaderboard now, and despite a very enjoyable breakfast here, there's no new entry in the top 10 today. And so it's another week, it's another one item lets the team down situation, and today it was the turn of the black pudding. It's unfortunate, yes, but I'm sure it was back to usual a day or two later. And let me take this opportunity to say a big thank you to all at Sandwich and Beyond for having me in and letting me review their breakfast. And I would also like to express my extreme admiration for the young man running the show here. Speaking with him, you can clearly hear he has a passion for cooking and doing it right. And long may it continue, and I wish him every success for the future. So if you've enjoyed this video and you like what we're doing, the best way to support us is to like, share and subscribe. It's free to do and really helps the channel grow. And as always, may your bacon be sizzling, your fried bread golden, and your yolks runny. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out one of our other reviews showing on screen right now. So that was my breakfast here this morning at Sandwich and Beyond. Thoroughly enjoyed that one. What did you think? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.